Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. Today's video we are going to be spotlighting the Darling Label Punch Box. This is one of the offerings from our annual catalog, and the box includes some amazing items that you're going to want to have in your arsenal of stamping supplies. The box itself is a gorgeous box. It can be kept and used to store things in later, and I really highly recommend it. Now, as you may know, I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, meaning I sell Stampin' Up! Products through my store at shoppingwithbarb.com. If you are in the market for a demonstrator, I would love to have you choose me, as I try to offer the best customer service that I can to my customers, along with a private VIP Facebook page for them. All right, now today's video, I am going to show you 22 cards using the supplies in this box, and I know you can hardly wait for me to show you what's in here. And so let's get into what's in the box. So like I said, the box is gorgeous. It's Night of Navy and Gold. It's a very substantial size. Pop off the gorgeous lid, and we have the supplies inside the kit. So you get the Darling Label stamp set, and these are the images that you will get from the stamps. They are photopolymer. You get the Darling Label Punch, super cute design. I love that it's very square. It layers on with some of our stamps and other dies very nicely. You get a clear block in your kit in case you do not have one. If you have one, you can always use another one. You get 2 colors of ink. We have the Grapefruit Grove and the Night of Navy. They both come in the kit. So you get quite a bit of stuff in here. And all the cards that I show you today are going to use either the punch and the stamps, or just the punch. So, and as I stated, the tin is gorgeous and can be kept for storing your supplies in later. And before we get started, I just want to mention that I do offer online classes, and you can find all that information about my online classes at barbstamps.com. Our first card also uses the Swirly Frame stamp set. We've got this fun little square shape here, and the Tropical Escape Designer Series paper, which you can see these little squares are all placed inside of the stamped image. We've got the Happy Birthday sentiment from the punch box, was stamped in Shaded Spruce, and then stamped again in Blushing Bride, and then the fussy cut little birthday image there. And then this punch, the sentiment was punched out, and then you can punch out more punch outs. That doesn't even make sense. Let me demonstrate. If you crop out another one of the punch outs and then you cut it in half like that, you can place it behind the original punched out image to create a border. So that was done twice, 2 at the top, 2 at the sides, and then you have a little more use out of the punch because you can create more fun. And then we have a sentiment here from the Big Wishes stamp set. So we've got a couple extra stamp sets in addition to the one that was used on the card. Next, we've got a card that uses a technique called color blocking, where you just have different blocks of color. You place those on black, which really makes those pop. And then the card base here is very vanilla. The little thank you image was stamped in the black memento, stamped twice, once again on the Mango Melody. The little thanks was cropped out, and then the flower and the leaves were colored in with some markers. This next one here uses our Melon Mambo along with our fun polka dot ribbon. Isn't that fun? We've got a doily in the background. We've got a little sprig out of, I think this is the Petal Palette Bundle set here. We've got some of our fun glitter dots, and then of course the little sentiment piece here was cropped out, and it has and it was actually fussy cut quite a bit. Check that out. So there's actually 2 layers here. So the top layer of this tag was actually fussy cut out around the leaves, and then it was layered again onto just a punch out of, it's like Whisper White, and then some polka dot paper in the back. So that's a pretty detailed card, cutting out all those little leaves. All right, this next card also uses another kind of a color blocking technique where you just have the strips of cardstock, and we've got a fun flourish here from the Falling Flowers stamp set. We've got a little bit of that Grapefruit Grove skinny ribbon here tied in a double bow, and then the little sentiment piece, the Thinking of You, was cropped out with a 1 1/4 inch circle punch and then layered onto the Darling Label punch out here. And I believe the colors are Grapefruit Grove, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink. All right, next one here, we have that same thank you image stamped and cropped with the punch, a little bit of coloring here with the Pool Party markers, a little bit of that Bermuda Bay mini striped ribbon on the background, and then you can see there's a strip of white cardstock here that was run through the Big Shot with the Garden Trellis embossing folder. A little piece of vellum on top of a white circle just gives a little more detail, dimension, a little more shading on there, and then some silver metallic thread on the background. All right, this next one also uses that same swirly frame stamp set. So we've got the circle image here, just stamped randomly in 3 different colors. We've got the tufted embossing folder here, and then the white chalk pen was just used to add the dots to all the spots where those come together. We've got some of the mini striped Poppy Parade ribbon on there, nice little bow. And then we've got some of our scalloped and layering squares here. The colors we have are Blueberry Bushel, Poppy Parade, and Balmy Blue. Next up is another fun birthday card. This is black and lemon lime twist with a little pop of lovely lipstick. And you can't really tell, well, maybe you can. This circle here, this was done by burnishing your cardstock with a bone folder. So what you do is you just take a bone folder and a piece of cardstock and you just curl, like you're curling ribbon almost. And you do that over and over and over until the fibers in the cardstock start to break down. And then what will happen is you will be able to peel the cardstock apart, revealing what is kind of very suede-y on the inside, which is really cool. And so that was just cropped out with the circle, and then we have that suede-y circle behind there. Some of the fun lemon lime twist ruffled ribbon, and then a few of those glitter dots. All right, this next card uses just the Darling label punch along with the items included in our Beauty Abounds bundle in the Occasions catalog. This is the paper for celebration, the Butterfly Botanicals. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we have all these fun little die cuts here in the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits dies. The little bubble images are from the stamp set. And then we have this fun new bubble folder in the catalog also. Next, we have this one where we actually have the punch used as a background item. And these are all patterns from our Brights 6x6 Designer Series paper pack. And those were just cropped out and then stuck together. So we've got the mango, the granny apple green, the Pacific Point, the Flirty Flamingo, and the Daffodil Delight. A little bit, some more of that fun mini striped ribbon. This is the gorgeous grape. And then the sentiment here is popped up on a circle, which is popped up on one of our stitched circles. Partials of doilies up here, and then a few little sequins to finish that off. All right, this next card uses the Enjoy Life stamp set along with the Congratulations Rockstar image in the punch box. And then we have some of the Garden Impressions Designer Series paper here, and the colors are Night of Navy, Shaded Spruce, and then you can see a little bit of soft seafoam in that paper there. Here's another card with that same Garden Impressions Designer Series paper, and then we have a circle punch out here, the label, and then another punch for the sentiment. We have some of our Night of Navy Baker's Twine, and so we've got some So Saffron and Night of Navy along with Whisper White as our colors. All right, this next card uses our Tea Room Designer Series paper, a couple of the patterns in the Calypso Coral. We've got some of our scalloped circles here, another circle cropping out the best wishes, one of our little artisan pearls right there in the center in the Grapefruit Grove. So we've got the Calypso Coral Black, Very Vanilla, and then that is some Grapefruit Grove along with some of our black shimmer ribbon here. Pause for a break, a shameless plug. You can order your supplies with me at shoppingwithbarb.com. Give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel right down here. Click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. Now back to the cards. All right, this next card uses the Broadway Bound Designer Series paper in the background with some of our gold foil sheets with some scallop squares, regular square, some of our gray granite woven linen ribbon, and then we have the sentiment here, and there's that little trick that I taught you earlier where you snip the punch out in half, and then you can make that look like you have a layer around there. And then we have some of our metallic pearls in the silver. So we've got the black, the gray granite, the gold, and the white. We've got this card here that uses the Rooted in Nature stamp set to get this nice tree cookie image here. We've got some of our Berry Burst ruffled ribbon. The image is stamped in Berry Burst. And then we have our leaf punch here, punched out and then pieces stuck behind the sentiment. And then we have some rhinestone jewels. And then this is some of our First Frost paper. So we've got some crumb cake, Berry Burst, and some Mossy Meadow. Moving on to this card, we've got a nice, gorgeous background paper here, the Petal Promenade. And then we have the Blushing Bride and the Grapefruit Grove colors. The Thinking of You is stamped in Grapefruit Grove and cropped out with the punch. And then we have just a tiny little rhinestone there for an accent piece. This card here uses some more of the Tea Room Specialty Designer Series paper along with our Pear Pizzazz Shimmer Ribbon. Gorgeous. So we've got some Pear Pizzazz, some So Saffron, and then this is Old Olive, and then the Hello piece here was sponged with some So Saffron just to kind of make that pop out, not so much white space, and then the greeting stamped in Old Olive. This card here uses the Twinkle Twinkle Designer Series paper along with some of our Calypso Coral Ombre ribbon. Super cute. So we've got the Grapefruit Grove, the Night of Navy, and then the Calypso Coral, and they all go together really well. And here's that little trick again, using the punch on the outer edges of your original punch out to make it look like you have a layer behind it. Moving on to this one here, this uses the Pinewood Planks embossing folder to get that fun background, and then there's a little strip of Fleur de Flamingo Designer Series paper from the 6x6 Brights pack. The strip was laid across there, and then the hole was punched out, so you can see there is an actual hole in that layer. And then this little piece here was stamped, colored, and punched out, and then just dropped into the hole, and so you have that fun look that creates. All right, this card here also uses the Country Livin' stamp set to get that guitar, which was stamped on the Tranquil Textures paper and then fussy cut with some scissors. And we've got the Congratulations Rockstar image there done in the Blueberry Bushel. And then we've got some of the Fresh Fig ribbon strips just added as background pieces. So we've got some Fresh Fig, Blueberry Bushel, and then Whisper White. And then we've got this card here that uses the Animal Expedition Designer Series paper. And it's kind of great for kids because you have a little pull-out here that you can design with a little strip of the Designer Series paper. The sentiment is punched out with a, let's see, that's a 1 1/4 inch circle punch, and then layered onto that Darling label punch. Wrapped a little bit of baker's twine around there, and I just think that's amazing. All right, this card here uses the Happiness Blooms Designer Series paper from our New Occasions catalog. And then we've got some strips here on the scalloped tag, a little bit of blue or navy baker's twine here. Then we have the fun Oh My Stars folder here on the background of this tag. And I just think that's super cute. And I love, love, love this paper. And our last card is one that uses the All My Love Designer Series paper here in this fun little heart pattern, but yet it's been made into a birthday card, which is great. We've got the lovely lilac layer here run through the Subtles embossing folder, and then we've got the stitched circle here, some of that All My Love lovely lipstick ribbon, and then the sentiment in lovely lipstick and cropped out, and then of course the circle back here is also run through the Subtles embossing folder. So I appreciate you guys watching these videos. I get a lot of feedback that you love them, so know that I hear you and I'm happy to do them. I do a lot of swapping so that I can get these cards so that I can show you. So check out my blog. I have a lot of fun ideas there. I go Facebook Live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel right down here in the corner, and then click that notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Don't forget to place your orders with me at shoppingwithbarb.com. As I stated earlier, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is my job, and so selling Stampin' Up! Products is how I make money in order to support my family. So I appreciate your business very much, and thank you so much for watching.